And we are live on not an NFL Sunday, but an XFL Sunday, because that's what it is. After the NFL's done, we still have football.
Yep.
And got to say, it's pretty damn good. And my stream has started. Of course, the ad is playing. So I'm sure everyone will start rolling in after they get through those ads here.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's right. We got our boy RC from the NYC in the house. First, finally, because YouTube notified him. Awesome.
Wow.
Liquid Plastic is here. Hail Sports Wars. Hail Liquid Plastic. Sinister. Fury pieced him up good, beat his ass. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that. I watched that fight, and not exactly what we thought may happen, but a hell of a fight. Tyson Fury just absolutely demolished Deontay Wilder.
It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close.
And listen, I'll be shocked if Wilder doesn't use his rematch clause. They got to decide within the next 30 days if they want a rematch.
Might as well. He's going to get paid.
Oh, yeah, exactly. That's the thing. That is kind of the irritating thing about boxing. Like, no matter what happens, you still get like this huge payday.
I like it. I think it'd be better if it was like 20 million, winner gets this, loser gets that. I mean, give them some incentive. But a lot of times in boxing, it's basically if me and Ryan are going to fight, they'll go to Ryan. You get 20 million, win or lose. Okay. And Jay only gets 10 million because Ryan's the champion. So I was like, win or lose, you still get it. You're just kind of like, there's no incentive, like there's no, I mean, I guess there's an incentive to win the belt, but at the end of the day, you still get your money. Yeah,
I totally agree. Obviously you want that belt. You want to be the champion, but when you're just like completely secure knowing that, well, I'm going to make $50 million either way. I don't know. It seems kind of silly. And it's a far cry, right, from like UFC, where weren't paying their guys shit for a long time. And still, it's not even close to boxing, even though, I mean, I guess I would like to see the numbers of who bought this pay-per-view versus who bought the last McGregor pay-per-view.
Yeah.
To kind of see what the difference is there, really. And I mean, that's why McGregor had no problems leaving to go lose a boxing match for a while that he had no real chance of winning, because he knew he was going to get paid way more than he would have made basically his entire life in UFC.
I agree. RC has a great point. Split the purses in boxing is the equivalent to a signing bonus in football. Yeah, I mean, it's just I learned a lot. Oh my gosh, that welterweight champion who has never lost. His mind is slipping from me.
Floyd
Mayweather.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather.
Money Mayweather. Yeah, his like when you hear his contracts, he's like he gets paid up front, no matter what. No matter what, he gets the big checks and that's it. And then he'll go home and like throw it all on a pool table and not pick up a book. But that's another conversation for him. So,
dude, you got that much money, you don't need to read.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was like, it doesn't matter. You can sleep on it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, only thing you need to read is the paycheck.
Yeah,
that's all. And you only need to know how to spell your name because you got to sign it.
That's it.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Well, we might as well talk about that now before we get into XFL. And we will be talking about the XFL. We got a couple games coming up today. We had some great performances yesterday we will talk about, but I stayed up and I watched that Fury Wilder 2 last night, and it was worth watching, not because it was some great fight, but because it was awesome to see Tyson Fury, because he's just a character, man. He's constantly having fun. He's always messing around. They had some pretty good drama leading up to this, and the Gypsy King just destroyed him. Now,
and I love how he says it's not bad from a fat old guy winning the belt like after he was all done. So yeah, he's just stayed in character the whole time. He got in some. For being big and slow, like he says he is, he really got in some good pops, though, man. I mean,
well, he's a marvel of boxing because he's 6'9". He weighs, like 3.
I think he said he was 70 for the fight.
He did, yeah. He weighed in at 270, which is crazy that a guy that tall that looks like that only weighs 270. But I'll show you the intro right here. Let me share my screen so you can
Came
see.
in like with a king, right? As the king of England. So, yeah, there he is.
There he's coming in. Look at this. Walking in as the Gypsy King. Just a bunch of nice ladies that were kind enough to walk him in there. See if we can get another. There we go.
It looked like he was yawning too.
Just singing. He's got some Amazons.
Yeah.
Some Amazons leading him in.
Oh.
Just singing. That's so funny, man. Tyson Fury is freaking hilarious. But, so he's just a kind of a goofball, whereas Deontay Wilder was taking this so seriously. And the first match, Tyson Fury just outboxed Deontay Wilder. No doubt about it.
No doubt.
And he's so technical. He can dodge somehow. He's able a lot of people think that it's because he's so tall that people have a tough time striking up as much because the strike zone is so much higher on Tyson Fury. So it takes a little longer.
He doesn't have to go back as far because you're pushing up. So you just go back a little. That's why they showed in slow motion, like when he would duck some people, they would barely miss him, but they would miss him. But you're absolutely right, Ryan. Absolutely right. Because he's tall. He doesn't have to back up like a full swing because you're not going straight at him. You got to go up at him, and that lowers your range of motion dramatically. Lowers your range of motion dramatically. Look like drunk when he enters the club. Yeah, I got women carrying me on like sticks and stuff. And I don't have a crown hat though. I'll wear my fedora. That's how that goes.
And then so the thing is, also human beings, the lower part of your vision is better than the upper part of your vision. So when he's looking down, he gets to use the lower part of his vision where most people are kind of in the middle. And that's like, you're more perceptive and you can react faster because you just can take in more information, which is very strange. A lot of science behind it, but that's a lot of the reason people think that Tyson Fury is able to, bob and weave the way he can and react so much faster than most normal boxers can. But anyway, he outboxed Wilder, but he got knocked on his ass twice and ended up a draw. This time he said, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm going to come out swinging. I'm going to use my power. And Deontay Wilder just looked out of sorts from the beginning.
Yeah, he looked like he didn't even want to be there. It was weird. He came out with I don't know what you call that outfit. Looked like an Optimus Prime mask. And he came out walking, but he just seemed like tired. I don't know why. Or not tired or just not interested. And it showed. It showed, and his team threw in the towel. We're done.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll show you what really. Well, I'll let you watch both entrances here real quick, though. A tale of two stories. You had the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder coming out looking like Satan Black Panther or something.
Yeah, that's what I said. It looks like.
Yeah, I don't exactly know.
This is John Matrix Super Chat has been why is that? That's been the conversation today.
Yeah, that would be a weird fight because Mike Tyson is so small.
Tyson would go right for the belly button, dude. Like in Tyson Punch Out, there's that guy from Hawaii. You know that guy, King Hippo.
Yeah.
It was King Hippo, right? And you have to punch him in the belly button. And he's pulling up his pants. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the thing. It was King Hippo came down. You're that would be Tyson. He just go for the belly button.
Yeah, that's good. So John Matrix for $5. Thank you, John. Fury was great, but he ain't beaten 87 Mike Tyson. Mike would KO him in 3 rounds. Yeah, they're so different. But yeah, because Fury is not traditionally a big puncher.
No,
as big as he is, he's not really a power guy. He's a technical boxer, and so it was interesting to see last night. Now, he was aggressive from the start. But it was really this right here. Let me show you this. So we'll play that a little at a time, right? We're not going to sit here and play this footage because we're not allowed to. But this is what really set up the whole fight.
Boom. And it almost didn't look like he punched him hard, but it's just that his force just knocked him down.
Yes. Now that 1-2 punch, and then that hook that caught him right in the ear ruptured his eardrum likely because his ear was just bleeding for the rest of the time. And you can see after this whole time, he's from that point on, Deontay Wilder was just stumbling around.
Yeah,
like his balance was just completely thrown off. A lot of people speculate. I didn't see any confirmation today. I know he was heading to the hospital right after it, but a lot of people said it's definitely got to be a ruptured eardrum. Yeah,
equilibrium. Everyone in the chat's like Mike Tyson. Listen, no one's beaten 87 Tyson like ever. Tyson, if he didn't get arrested, he would have been the champ for a long time. no one's Tyson's the greatest ever.
Yeah, so that was really the shot that decided it, because from that point on, Wilder came out there and stumbled around for the next 4 rounds and just kept getting picked apart.
Yeah.
Another shot right here. Like, look at this. Look at him just stumbling around.
The thing is, Tyler left himself right here. He left himself so wide open because his hands were down. If he had just gotten one headshot on him, he might have clocked him really good. But he was just in defense mode. Like, he was just in defense mode the whole time. So it's just, oh, look at that. That's it.
Damn.
That's what Ryan did to one of his trolls last night. Just shifted his whole face.
And then you had Tyson Fury saying out that he wanted to taste Deontay Wilder's blood. He said that, but he actually did get to.
That's gross.
Look at that. He was just like, just licking Deontay Wilder's blood in the clinch. We got a $10 super chat from David Hervey. Thank you, David. The difference between Mike Tyson and Wilder is Tyson knows how to throw an uppercut. He would have never allowed Fury to get him from the inside without giving a couple uppercuts.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Fury comes in with his hands low because he's tall. If Tyson would have hit that, that's also in Mike Tyson's punch out. That super killer uppercut in the beginning. He caught him right up on the jaw. That would have been, man, that's lights out.
Yeah, I would love to see that. I would take Tyson, but I would love to see that for sure. Because I don't think there's ever been a dude that big that is that quick. At least not at this level.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So
there was a guy from Russia who had the title. I don't even remember his name, but he wasn't quick. He just was big.
He's who. I forget his name. It's who Fury beat.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's big, but he's not that quick. So,
yeah, exactly. Alexander Klitschkov, maybe. I forget his last name. But I
was gonna say Chekhov, but that's Star Trek. So I got that way wrong. You know, was everybody rooting for the American though? Did everybody want to see the belt come back to the USA, or we just didn't care?
I was rooting for Tyson Fury because Klitschko. There it is, Klitschko. That's it. Yep.
That's close to Chekhov.
Yep.
Klitschko.
And because that, Tyson Fury is the only dude to defeat 2 people with 10 straight title defenses.
Yeah.
Which he did tonight with Deontay Wilder, and 5 years ago or something with Klitschko.
Yeah, definitely. It was entertaining, which I was happy that it wasn't like Mayweather's fights. I hate to say it, man, they're boring.
I hate it. I hate watching Mayweather.
They're the worst. And they go on. He just stands there and just walks around. That's all it is. Like, that Pacquiao fight was that was the most boring. I was like, they're not even fighting. He's just going for points. He doesn't want to lose. So it was like, at least this was like, they were going for it. And he was mad right here. He was like, why you do that to me? I want to follow my shield.
Yeah,
why
he was. Well, he was pissed, and I get it. He had no chance.
No,
that's not quite true. Man. That's not quite true, actually. Deontay Wilder has so much power that there is a chance he could have. There is a chance he could have pulled it out and just caught him right and knocked his ass out, because that's the kind of power Deontay Wilder has. However, I think you look in that corner and they're thinking there's such a remote chance. He's probably going to get destroyed. But more importantly than getting absolutely destroyed in this fight is the next fight. If he had gone out there and continued to get beat with no doubt in anyone's mind that he could have done anything, that would destroy him if he was ever if he ever wanted to make to do the rematch, the third fight. Whereas what this does is preserves it in Deontay Wilder's mind that, man, you stopped me early. I got knocked in the ear. Like, I couldn't balance. Like, I could have had this fight. This fight still could have been mine, but you took that chance away from me. So
you see Alex.
Your favorite boxer is Rocky Balboa. do.
Greatest comeback. I don't know why I find that funny. It just kind of hit me funny. So Lyndon
makes a good point here. This is what everyone's going to be talking about. Anthony Joshua is the logical next step. There's got to be a unification between Fury and Anthony Joshua. That's going to be an awesome fight if it happens. But we got to wait and see. They got 30 days. I do believe that if they decide to have this rematch, if Deontay Wilder says, no, I want the rematch, that would take priority. That would take precedent over the Joshua fight, but I'm not sure exactly how it works.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Oh yeah, totally agree with that question.
Wilder was waiting for the knockout punch. Like, that's just what he was waiting on to see if maybe is that I don't really know his fighting style. Is that what Wilder?
I don't think he was waiting for his knocked out punch. So Wilder is just an aggressive dude. He is going to go after you and walk you down, and he has tremendous power. And he's been able to knock anybody on their ass, including Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
In their last fight. But Fury is just a great boxer. He is just unbelievable. Yeah, Wilder's a brawler. And this is a great point, actually. For $5 super chat, David Hervey, when he lost his equilibrium from being punched in the ear, he lost power in his legs and in turn lost power in his punches. Yeah, for sure. He just wasn't right. He couldn't get on. He couldn't set his legs. Couldn't do anything. He has no style. He just throws bombs. Yeah, that's very true. That is very true. Hey, can you talk for just a second? I'll be right back.
No problem. Yeah. So the thing that I found really disgusting was the licking of the blood. But I'm just glad that the fight was entertaining. And I'm pretty sure they'll do the rematch. I'm sure. What do you guys think? I think the rematch clause will hit. The reason why I'm wearing my Heat, they retired Dwayne Wade's jersey last night and said goodbye to Dwayne Wade finally. So,
God, that makes it sound so weird. It sounds like he died.
Yeah.
They said goodbye to Dwayne Wade.
They did. They put his number in the rafters last night, and it was just like,
they said bye to D Wade, like D Wade said goodbye to his son.
And then like a whole other live stream. But they and then I heard the Lakers cut Bootsy. Man, they cut Cousins. So
I think it has to wait till today for it to officially happen. But yeah, I posted a video when that news came out about DeMarcus Cousins, and I'm pretty surprised they cut him too. They want to make room for Markieff Morris. But he has to clear waivers first, and that would happen today. So I'm not sure if it's happened officially yet or not, but that was their plan. So
Cousins took a pay cut too, just to be with the Lakers to try to win a championship. And that's like, well, there you go. Yeah, I said that too while you were gone. I was like, I'm 99% sure the rematch will happen. It'll be worth a lot of money. People will want to see it, and Wilder will come back and just talk so much trash and like they'll hype it up, and it'll happen. That'll probably be the next fight. That'll be 4 for them.
That'll be third.
This will be their third, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That'll be huge. It'll be like 1-1. So that'll be huge.
Well, the first one was a draw. So the first one was a draw.
Yeah, I know.
That Fury won. Like, Fury controlled the whole fight, but then he got knocked down in the last round.
Yeah.
So It was probably a good call for it to be a draw, but he wasn't going to leave it to that. He said, I'm going to knock Wilder out, and that's what he did. No one really thought he would. They thought he'd win it by boxing him. They didn't think he'd outpunch him like that.
What was the Vegas odds on that fight?
Wilder was a favorite. I think right before the match.
Wilder was the favorite?
Yeah, right before the match, I believe Wilder was like minus 145 or something. It's not a huge favorite, but a favorite. Tyson Fury was the underdog.
Wow.
The Vegas odds right before the match started. So you always have a lot of sharks come in at the end. They have a way that they think it's going to go, and they let it go there, and then they bring all the big money in at the last second once the odds get the best that they can, and then they come in and get the best deal that they can for it.
I thought Fury would be favored. Huh.
Yeah, people thought Wilder would do it, just couldn't. But
that's gross. The licking of the blood thing. Oh,
whatever. The Gypsy King, what a legend. That's right, the Gypsy King. But we have XFL today because it is Sunday, and we had a couple pretty solid games yesterday, including this one: Houston Roughnecks, Tampa Bay Vipers. Now, guys, the reason that I wanted to talk about this game more than any other is because we said, like, as this league's getting started, they need like a star, right?
Yeah.
That's what the XFL needs because that's what the NFL, that's what every other league has, is stars. But you have this kind of minor league, developmental league, if you want. Who's going to be the star in this league? And I think we may have found one with PJ Walker, who is the quarterback for the Houston Roughnecks. What do you think, Jay?
I agree. I agree. He's definitely he's doing everything, and I don't know how the contract stuff goes. I don't know how the contract stuff goes in the XFL. Like if he like really is a breakout superstar and someone from the NFL wants him next year, is he able to leave, or how? I don't know how that works. I don't know how. Maybe someone in the chat does. I don't know if they're allowed to leave or they got to finish their contract because they're not really getting paid much there. So even as a backup in the NFL, he'll probably make 3 times as much.
Yeah. So from what I've heard, I don't know exact specifics, but I do think that they're allowed to go to the NFL if they get some kind of contract. Most players are making around $50,000, but quarterbacks do have some incentives and some ability to make up to about $500,000 from what I understand. Yeah. Now, $500,000 is not that much more than, the league minimums for the NFL.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I wonder if, if someone were to sign him, how that works. I do know the XFL really was trying to be I don't know if farm system is like the best way to say it, but it kind of was like they wanted this to be serious, not like the last time. And so any kind of like, partnership or anything with the NFL to make this successful for Vince McMahon is a good. They can leave after the season. Okay. I wasn't sure how that works.
We got the GOAT in chat.
Yeah, XFL doesn't want to compete with the exactly. That's what I was saying. So if the NFL, if they want to work some leeway with these players that they can make it in the NFL, I'm pretty sure they're allowing that. But you know what was cool? Like in this game, I think it was Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay had the double pass, the double forward pass, even though they lost. I think it was this. I'm pretty sure it was this game.
I'm pretty sure I know Landry Jones threw a ball twice in his game because it got deflected back to him. But yeah.
And I'm like, I love that, man. Like, I think that's so cool. It keeps it keeps the game going, and it's really it's awesome. And I do love the touchdown dances that they're allowing the players have a lot more fun. So I'm enjoying it. Like I'm really enjoying. I'm enjoying this football. So
yeah, it's awesome. And PJ Walker, like we said, quarterback for the Houston Roughnecks. He's just a playmaker, and that's what's exciting. You can see him in the pistol right here, lined up in the pistol. Yeah. Takes a snap, avoids the rush, gets hit, but still gets off the throw. Yeah. To a wide open player. To be fair, who gets that 80-yard touchdown. Also, just a great pass in the back of the end zone right there. And a good snag, good toe taps, too.
Tampa Bay's, I don't think Tampa Bay's won a game yet. They're not very good, but they actually played better in this game than they have played that I've seen. I did miss last week, so I wasn't sure how well they played last week. But I had this game on yesterday when it was airing. So dude, honestly, for what it's worth, I'm really enjoying the XFL. I might not watch it today because the NBA is on. It's going to be the Lakers versus Celtics at 3. So, but we'll see. If that game is boring, I might go back. The XFL on Saturday has been great because you just kind of leave it on. Saturday's the day I usually clean my house. I don't do anything. So I just have it on like the big screen and just kind of take care of business. And I love it. I absolutely love it on Saturdays. So
yeah, it's cool. And then you see again here, this play right here. You want guys. A lot of people are being like, "Wow, he's kind of like the other quarterback in Houston right now, Deshaun Watson." And in a way, he kind of does remind me of him a little bit, just because of that playmaking ability. And watch what he makes something out of nothing right here. Bad snap. Oh no! Pick it up. Whoop! Turn the corner. All the way in for a touchdown.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so just an exciting player to watch.
Tampa's my home team, but Clarence says the NBA is boring. I like the NBA.
He's got. I'll add an addendum to what you said, Clarence. I'll say the NBA regular season can be boring, in my opinion. That's what I'll say.
After the All-Star break, it gets a little more heated because now you see where everyone's at. It's the rush to get your seed. The playoffs are pretty much, except for the 7th, 8th seed, almost are. It's usually okay. We know who's going to make it. Now they want to know if they want home field or not, how that's going to work, and then the teams at the bottom of the playoffs are really going to be fighting to get into that 8th, like 6th, 7th, and 8th seed. But then you have the 8 seeders that don't want to play the first seeders; they'd rather play the second seeders, and so it's like there's a lot of that stuff going on. And then you got the top dogs that want to stay top because they want home field throughout the whole thing. Anyway, that's a whole nother NBA live stream that hopefully we could do this week. So,
well, the playoffs are just intense. The playoffs, you're playing the same team every other night. You know what they're trying to do. Everyone plays defense, whereas the grind of an 82-game NBA season, you can't play 110% all the time, which is why you see so many people resting players, stuff like that. So when you just get to see every team play to their full effort, maximum potential in a 7-game series, and seeing the adjustments that coaches are forced to make because what the team, that they're just going to put Harden at the top of the key and maybe run a pick and roll. Like, that's going to happen. So you adjust. That's what I love about the NBA.
It's interesting. Linda's women be rushing to get drunk seed. Yeah. He just drink a lot of strawberry milkshakes, so that's probably what it tastes like.
He just clipped
sorry, it's on my channel. I probably shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
So.
But
I was pulling a Ryan from last night on COD. I heard you. You're like, yeah, it's not really my channel. I probably shouldn't say that. I was laughing so hard, bro. That was my favorite clip. I was like,
I forget what it was even about when I said that, but I was like, just talking to my, man, this might be a little far.
Yeah. Dude, that was the best clip. I was laughing so hard when you said that. There we go. We got the Roughnecks 3-0.
Yep. Roughnecks are 3-0. The Renegades are 2-1. Now the Dallas Renegades was kind of everybody's favorite. The team with Bob Stoops, Landry Jones at quarterback. They lost that first game. Also, Landry Jones didn't play. They came back, had a really good showing yesterday, and they went up and beat Seattle, Seattle's not very good either. But, so it looks like Houston and Dallas are probably going to be the guys in the West because the Dragons and the Wildcats are trash. The Wildcats do play today against the DC Defenders. Now, the DC Defenders with Cardale Jones, I do think that will be the team likely that's going to come out of the East. They look the best right now. The Vipers, -5 touchdown ratio right now. So that's not looking good for them. But they give a good showing, though. The best game that they've had so far.
But
let's see if I can find that.
I think Tampa Bay is the worst team but they did put up a lot of points yesterday, which is cool.
Let's see if I can find that Landry Jones double pass. No. Oh, pick.
You mean the one where it gets deflected?
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to show it because it wasn't a touchdown or anything. It was just like a random play, right? Yeah, I can't find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that double pass does bring a little thing. We have seen before, quarterbacks be able to, quarterbacks, whether it's deflected, like catch their own pass and be able to run, but you don't usually get to throw it again after, which is what Landry Jones was able to do yesterday, which was pretty cool.
And also the Vipers scored a touchdown and they were acting out as if they were sitting around the campfire. And a guy from Houston just came and picked up just totally like disgruntled their touchdown, whatever celebration. And then he looks in the camera and just sticks his tongue out like, stole it from him. It was hilarious.
That was funny, actually.
It was hilarious because the other players were just kind of like, really, bro? Our team sucks. Can we have a celebration? They're like, can we at least have a celebration? Oh, man.
Yeah, RC, you're right. The Guardians got very little press this week, and even I didn't even talk about them. The New York Guardians right now, they're sitting at 1-1. They're going to be playing the St. Louis Battlehawks. Is it the Battlehawks? Yeah, the St. Louis Battlehawks today. So that's going to be pretty good to establish maybe who that – because I think most people do feel like the DC Defenders are kind of the best team in the East right now as everything is starting to play out. That could establish that second tier team. And I do like what the Guardians do. What do you feel about the games overall? Like, you said you enjoy just like putting on and watching it, but as far as quality of play, how does it compare to the NFL?
Obviously, the rules that they have for the XFL make the games competitive, like make them better. The kickoffs are awesome. It wouldn't shock me. We talked about this before that the NFL might take those kickoffs, like that kickoff style. Just because it just looks safer for everyone and, the whole thing. Because the NFL, all they do is encourage you to kick it out of the end zone, which is boring, like that. There's no fun in that. But I honestly, as far as like NFL will always dominate, but there really hasn't been that much. I mean, with the two bad teams, you've seen some bad football. But like I said, Tampa yesterday didn't play as bad as they had. It looked like they kind of put things together. And the thing that I love about this, which makes it exciting, which the NFL doesn't do, because NFL you get, the difference on the excitement. I'm not trying to say it's better than the NFL, but what I love is when the quarterback goes to talk to the coach and it's all mic'd up. And
yes.
And they're all like, the quarterback's all mad. He's like, can we get some freaking players out here? I'm running my head, and the coach is kind of like, oh, okay, we'll work on that. We'll work on it. It just was, I think last week was a real heated exchange that was up. And I love that. And I love that the referees are mic'd because it makes you want to watch and listen to hear what they're going to say. Like for me, it keeps me interested, not just like, we all got that. We all know when it's time to go get your snack, get your beer, get your water when you're watching the NFL. This is time to go to the bathroom and everything. But the XFL has kept it in a way where I want to hear the coach yell at the quarterback. I want to hear the quarterback yell at the coach. Like, I love that. I like that the half times are a lot shorter. It makes for a quicker moving system. I love that there's a 3-point option if you need it, because now like we almost had it. Was it last week? We almost had it.
Yeah.
Where they could have gone for 3 to win. It just, like, for me, maybe because it's just new, it's a little more exciting. It's just like it's the new kid. It's a new toy that we're playing with. And Ryan's yawning, and it means I'm boring. And
no.
Really, that really just messed my ego way up. Like,
this means I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. That's all.
That's what people say, but normally it's probably not what he means. So.
Well, so yeah, I remember. I remember Anna was yawning one time when you were talking to her too.
That was death, man. Yeah, when she did that, she was like asking me a story, and she just looked at me and was like,
"Yeah." But no,
I do cover that up, man. You can't recover a yawn. Like, you might as well just, if you're gonna yawn, just click it off, man. Just click it off, and then I won't know what's going on.
I do agree with everything you said about how fun it is to watch. The stuff on the sidelines is awesome to me. That changes the game because now what's one of the big complaints about the NFL is you have action for 5 seconds and you sit around for 40 or 45. That doesn't happen here because when they're resetting the ball and everything, you're still listening to all the plays. You're listening to the refs. You're listening to everything. When there's a replay, what are you doing? You're not sitting there listening to Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
God, yes.
Like have the wrong fucking opinion on whether this ball hit the ground or not. That's not what you see.
Wait, do you see the replay? The guy has like an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
And Alex is right. It makes you feel like you're part of the game. Exactly. And exactly. I think I might want to go. I think I might want to go to one. It's not that expensive.
Nah.
And I bet near the later of the season, the tickets will probably get real cheap. So
probably. And you see Sir Ruin of House Roundhead for $4.99 right here is just saying just that. Go watch your closest XFL team play in person. It's worth it. Or I can take you to a DC Defenders game if you come here around Maryland. There you go.
Really?
Yeah.
That's tempting.
There you go.
How far did you go? RC from New York was going to go to a game too. What are they, like $25 a ticket?
It's pretty cheap.
Right, it's not that much, and I hear they really make it exciting for the fans and commercial breaks and stuff like that too. Oh, every time I stopped. It's very obvious.
I stopped
because you can see the yawn work up your neckline and your jaw, like pulls your face down. The yawn. So
I'm tired, man. Fuck.
At least like you got a coronavirus and just. You know,
I've got some of those masks here actually. So coronavirus in San Diego, it's here. So
is it really? There was a case.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you about it off air. They got a bunch of stuff going on that not everyone's supposed to know.
RC, RC. Is that does that include parking and everything too? So like, what would that be like total, like for parking and? Or if you just take the bus to MetLife, it's New York. So I've been to MetLife Stadium twice, actually, see the Jets play the Dolphins. So, nice. Yeah.
We've got a super chat from Steph at My Nerdy Home for $5. Thank you. It says, just here to like and show support. Share the stream, y'all. Go sports. Yeah, thank you, Steph. Appreciate you. And yeah, I know that Steph's a huge XFL fan, so it makes sense that she's here. Watching a little bit of XFL pregame for sure, but I do think
to bring the eye candy because now everyone knows that women are here. They're going to stick around longer. So I appreciate that you showed up.
That's true. That is a good question, Supreme Heretic. I covered it a little bit on the channel, but I don't know if you've heard too much about this. The new CBA negotiations, the NFL and the Players Association are negotiating. The owners passed it. The owners passed a new agreement that would have a 17-game schedule and only 3 preseason games, as well as change the playoffs. So add another wild card team with only one team getting a first-round bye, the top seed, and then the other 6 teams would all play during wild card weekend. What do you think about that?
Do they get 2 buys in the regular season with that extra or no? It's just still one buy.
I still think it's 1 as of this time.
They used to have 2 buys like years ago. Remember that? I don't remember.
They used to play like 12 games or something too. Yeah. And then 14.
So I don't know. The players don't seem to be happy. I think JJ Watts like tweeted something out saying like this is terrible, and Sherman and all them were like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't. They're fucking bitches. I hate players. I fucking hate the players union, man.
They get paid millions of dollars. So you're basically adding another game, or you're taking away a preseason and adding another game. But I guess the celebrities don't really play in the preseason much anyway. But I mean,
here's one of the concessions. So it's not really, if you do get that number 1 seed, obviously now you get the bye, but also you get paid for that week, even though you don't play, which is something that did not happen before. So if you got a bye, you just didn't get paid that week. Now you will get paid during the bye, but of course it's down to only 1 team with a bye now.
Interesting.
Yeah. I foresee a future. I don't know how we won't. I foresee a
If
future.
the owners want it, they're going to get it, because it comes down to money, and that's just how it is. So if the owners want it, they're going to get it. That's all I can say.
I foresee a future where we have an 18-game season, and
I agree.
We have a team in London. It's going to happen in the next couple of years. The question will just be, what do they have to give to the players to get it?
I think we'll have one in Canada too. I think we'll have a team in Canada. I think we'll have a Toronto team. Might as well. We got the basketball and a baseball team. Might as well have a football team.
Well, Mexico City, they've been having games in Mexico City for several years now.
That's true.
So I could definitely see them trying to expand like that, because they want TV contracts in other countries too. That's what it's all about for the NFL.
Well, if they can make the NFL almost as popular as international soccer, they'll triple their income revenue. I mean, easy. But the players should understand that, like, if they get more like TV contracts, then the caps go up, so they can get paid more.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing.
I know that's how it works in the NBA. Like, when they get a bigger TV contract, depending on like the contracts and stuff that the NBA make, it just raises the cap so people can get paid more. So they kind of look at the players and go, why would you not want that? But you look at players like Watson, Sherman, they're on their way out. So they're not going to reap any benefit of that whatsoever. So I guess they're a little salty about all that stuff. So Canada does have their own football league, but so does, I almost said, didn't Europe have a football league at one time?
Yeah, there's NFL Europe.
Yeah, that's right.
At one point.
I don't think that caught on.
Yeah, we obviously know that there is Canadian Football League, but there is no doubt in my mind that the NFL would love to expand into Canada. Now, I do think that expanding into a place like Mexico and London would probably want that more, because, like you said, Canada does already have a football league. There's not actually a ton of people in Canada as compared to, if they could get into England, you would hopefully not only be targeting English people, but Europeans in general, as far as those contracts go. So
every time they play in Europe, it's like, it doesn't matter what teams, it's packed, man.
Yeah.
Like, those people come out, like, they play in the big stadium there, and those people come out, and it's just like everybody just cheers for everybody. It's just really weird to watch them, and then those games. And I always forget when they play in London too, because the game is like super early for us on the East Coast. It's like an 8:00 game if you want to catch it. So I always forget about it. But yeah, I agree with you, man. I think it's coming. I think it's coming sooner than later, So if they can get a great team if the Raiders do well in Las Vegas, who knows why they can't expand to more places. So
the owner of the Jaguars owns a stadium in London. He wants to move to London. That's coming. I just don't see how it's not, with the increase of games that they constantly have going over there. Every year, it seems like they put another game over there to test the waters. They want to mess with the schedule. That's why I say I think the 18-game schedule happens. That way we can have 2 bye weeks. That way you can guarantee that anyone that does travel to London will then have a bye week. The trickiest part would be the team that's in the NFL. How do you schedule their games as far as coming over here?
I agree.
Would you have them, this would be my question. Would you have them play could they play 8 straight games like in London, and then, or whatever it may be? I guess it wouldn't be 8 at that point if you increase, but say 8 straight games there and then 8 straight games over here, just traveling around, pricing other players. That's what I would be looking at, as opposed to traveling back and forth. But again, I'm just shooting shit out of my ass here. I don't really know. And then Matt G. So thank you again for that super chat, Ethan Johansson. I don't know. Canada has their own football league. That is true. And then Matt G for $2. Can I blame Lucasfilm for the Astros cheating?
Yes, you can.
You can try. You can also just blame the Astros as fucking cheaters. I need to make another.
What's been resolved with that? I haven't been keeping up with the news. What's been resolved with that? Anything?
No, the players aren't getting punished, and people are going to be pissed all year long. I actually think this is going to be low-key good for baseball. I think this is going to be good for baseball because there's going to be more attention, more people talking about it, more people that care about baseball. It's not often.
They're going to keep their rings? Nothing?
Yep. The commissioner came out and he said it'd be pretty silly to all this. Everybody's worked up over a piece of metal or something. That really sent the players into like a fucking frenzy. Because like, what the fuck do you mean? We work all year to get that piece of metal. It's not just a piece of metal to us.
Well, I mean, they let go a couple the coaches and stuff. So,
yep.
You know, like right off the bat, like no trial, no nothing. Goodbye.
Well, the report was the trial. You know, they came out with their official report, and their punishment was to suspend the GM and the coach for a year. Then after that happened, the owner of the Astros came out and said, "You're fired," and he just released the GM and the coach. But of course, there's no punishment for the people that actually were doing this, and that is the players. There's no, you know, there's no.
I think, when as a Miami fan, watched the Marlins win after the Marlins won their second World Series, and then the owner sold them, and we had living in Miami at the time when they built that new stadium, and we had to pay for it. The taxpayers paid for it, and to see, like, that was the first time I understood how baseball, like, salary cap system works and how it sucks. How, like, the Miami team that year, they built a stadium. I don't know if you remember, gave out like 7 of the most ridiculous contracts to players, and they only kept them for 6 months. They gave them these ridiculous contracts, and then now it looked like they were building a team for the future to like some top tier players. The most highest paid contracts in NBA at Major League Baseball at the time. They built a stadium, and then they cut everybody and brought in farm team people. You know, and then like they did this big report on how like you basically can own a baseball team that never wins and still make a lot of money because of the share profiting and all that stuff like that. And so it's just kind of like these people just had a stadium built, and now they're just sitting back collecting money from the Yankees and all these good teams benefiting, because no matter what, they make money. Everyone gets a percentage of the TV contract, no matter how good or bad they are.
Yep.
So it was a big mess in Miami, you know, until the state almost came in and like kicked the owners out, because they're like, you basically did that just to make money. Like, you don't care about the team. Nobody went and saw the games. All they did was hire like AAA guys to play, and they never won. It was crazy. It was a crazy couple of years that made me like, it hurt. It damaged my love for baseball for a little bit. So
it was weird. It was weird because they build this new stadium. They go out and they look like they're invested. They spend way too much money on Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
They have Christian Yelich. They sign him to a deal. Marcelo Ozuna. All these guys. Jose Fernandez dies in a boat accident because he was high on cocaine. You know, these things happen, but they were not a good team. They were a below average team still. So even when you're spending all that money, have all these great young players, it just wasn't right. The team wasn't right. So then they sell the team to Jeter and company, and Jeter comes in. He's not beholden to anything that was done before. Yeah, thanks, Miami, for just buying this new city for us, but we're taking over now, and these contracts don't make any sense. Let's ship out Giancarlo Stanton. Let's get rid of this terrible contract. Let's ship out Yelich, ship out Ozuna, and restart from the beginning. And I don't have a problem with that, because if you look at how the Chicago Cubs were built, how the Houston Astros were built, they were built from like getting rid of everybody, losing for years really badly, getting these draft picks, getting these assets, and then building it back up and being ready to go with all these young players that aren't getting paid yet. So
that's the second time this happened in Miami. So it was just like it's just been, it sucks.
Hey, see you later, RC. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, see you, boss. Yeah, it's just been one thing after. My greatest thing was seeing the Florida Marlins beat the Yankees for the World Series years ago, and that's all we have. Same with the Dolphins. We have nobody. It's tough to be a. Well, all we got is the Heat, man. That's all we have.
Jimmy Buckets.
That's it. That's all we have. That's all we have.
I got my Jimmy jersey right here.
Oh, dear God.
Oh, did Lyndon clip it? I hope so. Good. Well, that's what you get.
I gotta be careful. I can't read what they put in the chat because he clips it quick.
Yeah, he does.
And he tagged a bunch of girls. That's great. Thank you.
That'll be good. But yeah, as far as baseball this year, I do think it'll be good for baseball overall as a money wise, financial wise. I think it's bad for the game of baseball to have these fucking cheaters not punished. They're going to. I hope they get hit. I hope they fucking have a fucking 1,000% OPS this year, because every fucking time they come to the plate, they get fucking drilled in the head with the baseball. Because they're disgusting the way they cheated, the way they fucking sat there and lied about it. The way Alex Bregman sat there and fucking smirked when asked if he knew the pitches that were coming, like a fucking bitch, until it came out that, yeah, he actually did know the pitches that were coming. Fuck him. Fuck Carlos Correa for calling out all the other players who are upset that, you know, Aaron Judge got an MVP stolen. The Dodgers had 2 straight fucking World Series that they lost to the Houston Astros and then the Boston Red Sox, both of whom were punished for fucking cheating. Or Boston Red Sox, not officially yet, but that's coming down soon. I'd be fucking pissed if I were them. And Carlos Correa's stupid ass saying, you guys don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, we cheated, but we still won fair and square. Go fuck yourself, Carlos Correa. The Houston Astros are a new villain, and it's always good to have a villain when you're talking about marketing. People love to hate the Yankees. You know, Yankees have tons of fans, but they have more haters than they have fans. And that's one of the huge draws. It's why they're such a big name. That's why so many people tune in when they're on. That's going to be the Houston Astros now too. So it'll be interesting going forward. But yeah, it's time for me to make another Houston Astros cheating scandal video.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Why don't you make up some stuff while you're at it? That probably is true.
Well, I won't make anything up. I don't need to make anything up. Mike Trout,
right there.
Yeah, Mike Trout's come out and spoke about it. Mike Trout doesn't talk about shit, but Mike Trout talked about this. Justin Turner talked about this. Basically, how Rob Manfred saying that it's just a piece of metal when talking about the World Series trophy. You know what they call that trophy? It's called the fucking Commissioner's Trophy. Justin Turner said the only thing that's devaluing it is fucking you, to Rob Manfred, the commissioner of baseball. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Going to be interesting what happens. But yeah, but
who's your team? Who's your favorite team?
Chicago Cubs.
Yeah, Cubs.
All my Cubs hats over there. But I got my Travis Wood signed 2016 World Series. But yeah. I want to tell you guys, it's hell being in a small baseball market. The Indians ownership doesn't spend a lot. About to lose Francisco Lindor because of baseball economics. Yeah, I mean, did you guys move Kluber in the offseason? They've been trying to trade Corey Kluber for years. I forget if they actually traded him or not. But yeah, it's the thing with profit sharing, like you said, it's fair but unfair. The thing is, without profit sharing, it seems like Tampa Bay wouldn't exist.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. It's like it all depends on how the owners are handling it. So do they just want to sit back and like pay like less salaries just to have a Joe average team every year, knowing that they're still going to make money, and that'll be that? Or do they try to like win? I mean, I don't. It's just who knows, man.
Astros still 2017 champs, going for another ring this season. Take that for data, says John Matrix. I hear you, man. Listen, if my team
take that for data.
If my team was just caught cheating and like that, I would say the exact same thing. I would sit there. I would fucking love it. I would walk into the stadium with my fucking 2 middle fingers held up, saying "F you" to everybody. You couldn't cheat as good as we did. F you. But as someone who is not, you know what pisses me off?
That's how I was when LeBron and D-Wade won their first championship together, and everybody hated it.
You know what pisses me off a lot about this is the fact that I had been like praising the Astros for building a team like the right way. Going like being dedicated to losing like they were, so that they got to draft George Springer. They got to draft Alex Bregman. They got to draft all these like right in the top pecking order of the draft. And you get lucky with a couple of guys like Jose Altuve, who nobody wanted, who ends up being a diamond in the rough for you. And you develop these guys over time, and you're patient. And then you go out with that big money and buy pitching, which is, I think, the best way to do it right now. You grow your position players, which are more likely to hit on high draft picks. You grow them from the bottom. They're not getting paid much. And then you buy pitchers that you know can get it done, like Verlander, like Garrett Cole, like Zach Greinke, although it didn't work out last season. So it would really piss me off as I was like so high on the Astros for doing it the right way, just to find out that they were cheating that way. Really, really fucking pissed me off. Disappointed. So, and the players need to be punished. The players need to be punished. You cannot not punish the players. That's an absolute mistake. And it's fucking garbage. But that's just
disappointment at himself for being conned. Oh,
a little bit. Yeah, a little bit.
I think we all are.
They were all cheating. There's a lot of cheating that goes on. Cheating like that, the reason that everybody's freaking out about it is because cheating on that level is unheard of, in my opinion. Having a live camera focused, and then smashing a trash can to signal a batter. I mean, that's craziness. That's why everyone's so upset. You don't hear people speaking out like this when a dude gets caught doing steroids, because that's the thing that a lot of people know happens. And not by steroids, I just mean performance-enhancing drugs at this point. But yeah, Alex Cora is a piece of shit. Hope he fucking steps in front of a bus, because he is kind of the mastermind behind a lot of this stuff. But yeah, that's just my opinion.
I don't know where to go with that one. I was like, well, good show, man. Good try, good show.
Yeah, but anyway, we've been going for almost an hour, guys. We got about 30 minutes till the kickoff of the XFL game. So go enjoy your football Sunday. Yeah. Baseball's coming up. I gotta try to make it out. Spring training is such a long drive. It's a lot of time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it out there. I want to go.
Basketball's also on, too. I'm actually interested in, like, Boston Celtics are playing so much better than I ever thought they would. I didn't think Walker oh, God, listen to me. The guy who just got Kyrie Irving. I thought Brooklyn got the better deal. And when they brought Kemba in, I was like, he's not Kyrie Irving, but I was wrong. So I was dead wrong, man. He is taking the Celtics to new heights that Kyrie couldn't take. And now Kyrie's out for the season. And so Brooklyn will look totally different next year with two superstars coming back. So Kyrie just couldn't he just can't carry the load.
Yeah, Kyrie is not an alpha. He's not your A guy. He can't be. He can thrive when he's in a position like he was with LeBron, where LeBron's the face. LeBron needs to do all that.
He might do that again when KD comes back.
But the problem is then you got two guys who are kind of weird and aloof. That's the thing. KD's fucking weird and aloof. He doesn't really talk to people. He's not a huge vocal guy. Kyrie's a fucking weirdo who thinks he knows everything, but doesn't get along with anybody.
And but that's the thing is like, yeah, KD did well when he had aggressive, hungry people that like Westbrook could carry the team on his back, and KD worked well with him. Also, when he went to the Warriors, KD didn't have to be the man, but he was the man when he felt like it, So it's going to be interesting to see. You're right. It's going to be interesting to see. Kyrie believes in a flat earth. Yeah, it's true. He really does.
I actually don't think he does. I think that was a statement. Yeah, that was like a statement he was making about people just believing whatever they hear, kind of thing. Like accepting the status quo. I don't think Kyrie actually believes in a flat earth.
I think I got Boston beating the Lakers today, so
I hope so. I love it when LeBron loses. So
we'll see, man. I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be a good game. So I'm worried about my Miami Heat. I don't think they didn't do well in the trade, man.
In the Iggy trade?
No, like the Miami Heat when they got I can't even think his name. Who did Miami Heat get? The guy he was from the Warriors and then he got cut. Iguodala, sorry. Good Lord. What is going on?
That's the same, the Iggy trade, yeah.
Oh, Iggy, yeah. All right. I don't think that he hasn't really fit yet. So, like yesterday, he lost the ball and like he hit Dwayne Wade. He hit Dwayne Wade and his wife, and like their drinks just splashed all over their like $1 million suit and dress, and it was like they were like all filthy right before their presentation.
That's
he
fucking
had the
funny.
ball, he dribbled it like off his foot, and it just came in like. And like Dwayne Wade, like you think as a basketball, he would be able to like remember just to put his hand there, but he just kind of was like, in the ball.
He is just like a fan. He is just
exactly.
Fan.
He was just like, and the ball just kind of smashed the drinks, and it just went all over him. I was like, wow,
that's funny.
Wow.
But yeah, guys, a lot of good stuff going on today. Go watch the Lakers and the Celtics. Go watch the XFL if you want some football in your life.
It's Sunday, man. Have some fun today.
That's right. But Jay, thanks for joining me, man. I appreciate it as always.
Always fun. Always fun.
All right. And chat, thanks for hanging with us for an hour exactly. Appreciate it. We like doing these Sunday streams for you guys. But take it easy the rest of your day. Like Jay said, an easy Sunday. And we will talk to you next